Hey YouTube, Time Digger here. This video is going to be a little different from, my login videos and my silver stuff. It's about guns and gun control, and I'm just going to read a letter to the editor, and this is not by me. This is from a local guy here in town who I know personally, and I just want to read this to you, and I think he hit it dead on with what he wrote. And it says, after the terrible mass shootings, there are more cries for gun control, support for lawsuits against gun manufacturers, etc., etc. The shootings are terrible. I can't imagine what the families and victims are going through. But how can anyone justify the problem is the gun? The problem is the human being. If the disturbed mind is committed to killing, they will find a way. Look around the world at the street bombings, murder with vehicles, knives, etc. When I was young, there were no mass killings. What changed? Mothers stayed home, raising the children while the father made a living. Schools weren't expected to instill values on children. The parents were. Marriage and family meant something. Women did not have kids to many different men. Welfare and the other social programs were for the needy. Now generations make their living from them. Pride of earning an income is vanishing. Families had dinner together without electronics. They talked about their day and their problems. Kids socialized and played with friends. They played ball, rode bikes, built cabins, etc. When it rained, they played board games together, not by themselves on a computer, phone, or computer. Teachers, police, and elders were respected, not made out to be the villain. The movie's sex scene was a kiss and then a closed door, not the detail of today. Movies did not depict the gore. Today we must see bodies being blown apart, tortured, or mutilated. The more violent, the higher the rating. What impact do you think that has on youth and the mentally disturbed? Video games. The competition is how many can we kill and who can kill the fastest. Again, what impact do you think that has on a young or disturbed mind? People were not continually reminded of the brutality. The news media now broadcasts it 24 hours a day. The disturbed individual can see it as a way of becoming a celebrity. People no longer talk face to face. We text, we email. How can human bonds be formed when staring at a phone? The problem is not the gun, but our society. A disturbed person can always find a means to kill. We need to find ways to stop that desire to kill. We need to stop glorifying murder and the acts of brutality. A fix can't be accomplished simply by making a new law. We don't want to admit it, but we are the problem. We need to quit complaining about the gun and do something about the underlying reasons. Get kids active with outdoor activities and have them interact with other children. Stop allowing media makers to get rich by destroying the minds of the young and mentally disturbed. Stop buying the games, stop paying for the gruesome movies, and limit the use of the electronics. Teach respect for human life by good example and stop all the hate talk. It's contagious. Sincerely, Jack Gobbler. And like I said, I actually know Jack. I'm guessing he's around 70-ish. And I actually go to his boys' house every year and for a cinch tournament and everything else. So, I know the family. And he's right. It comes down to family values. If kids are being raised by the video games, and you got Halo, Call of Duty, Fortnite. That 16-year-old kid just won $3 million in he's from Pennsylvania, the state I'm from, and he won it for playing Fortnite, which is another shooting game. And I personally have never played it, but I know my kids actually do, and it's a huge game, I guess. But I've never personally played, but I did play Call of Duty before and stuff, and that's what it is. Shoot each other, see who can get the most kills. So, as you can see, I got a gun laying there on my sticker there, and it's a SCCY 9mm, and I carry that every day with me to work. It's on my person anytime except for when I go into a bank or the post office, pretty much, or schools. But that gun has never harmed anyone. I carry it just in case. I honestly never want to have to use it, but it's there if I need it. So, that the kid from Fortnite, 16 years old, I heard on the radio today actually that he got swatted, which, I don't even really, I never knew that actually happened, but I guess they got a phone call from another country, I guess, and he was raided by the cops because somebody called in a threat from his house, and the cop showed up there. And how do you think that could have went totally different? He could have got injured in that, but luckily the cops recognized who the kid was because he's a celebrity now for winning a Fortnite battle or whatever it is. I'm just saying, like, use your heads. I know there's a lot of kids that watch my channel. Get out and play. Go make friends. And there's a lot of people that, like he said about the welfare and everything else in there. Get good work values. Go out, find a job. I know a lot of the kids that are great kids on YouTube. And Alex Coin Hunter, I know he goes out mowing lawns and he works hard. And then he buys silver with his money. And there's a lot of good kids out there. But you limit yourselves to the screen time. As you know, I haven't been on YouTube a lot all summer because I'm out with the family. We're doing stuff outdoors. I'm not stuck on my phone. In the wintertime, yeah, I'm on here quite a bit because there's nothing better to do when it's dark outside. You can't do a whole lot. But get out, enjoy the outdoors. If you live in cities, go to a park. There's parks in cities, whatever. Just get out, get some exercise, and again, the gun is not the problem. We have to fix society, and how do you do that? I have no clue. The public schools taking religion, taking prayer and stuff out of schools, it doesn't help. I don't know how that ever happened, but what could that help? Taking prayer out of school. If you don't have some kind of values, if you don't believe in something bigger than yourself, why not go shoot something up? That's you play these video games. That's what you do all the time. I mean, almost every video game anymore has something to do with killing or running people over with cars or you name it. Like, stay away from the video games and get outside and do something. And I know this video is long, but I appreciate everybody that watched it, and let me know in the comments below what you think. Am I wrong? Is Jack wrong? I believe he hit it spot on, and how do you fix it? I don't know. We have to come together as a country, as a family, and figure it out. Keep your kids away from the video games as much as you can. And I know they're going to play them. My kids do too. But we also go out and shoot guns. And they respect guns, and they know what harm they can do. Make sure you teach your kids about that. But anyway, this has been long enough. And again, I appreciate everybody that stayed watched it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Jack's right? If not, write in there what you think the problem is. And for now, this is Dime Digger, and I'm gone.